In Nevada County, every day is a second chance. At Sammie's Friends, we rescue, heal, and rehome pets who've been forgotten. Hello, I'm Fran Cole, the Executive Director of Sammie's Friends. We are a nonprofit animal shelter believes that every animal deserves the opportunity to thrive. Every day, with your help, we help injured, abandoned, and forgotten pets find love and a second chance. From emergency vet care to forever homes, Sammie's Friends is here because people like you care. With your help, Sammie's Friends is saving lives every day. We can't do this without you. Consider adopting, donating, or volunteering because every tale deserves a happy ending.
So next phase here is our costume contest. And I have a chicken and a dog and another chicken and a cat. In 2010, I was the mayor of the city of Grass Valley, and Grass Valley had an ordinance that you could not have chickens in the city limits. And I had a lot of people who wanted to have chickens. So we created an ordinance that says you can have chickens in the city of Grass Valley, no roosters. So I am known as the chicken mayor. So, you know, so I love the chickens, and I love how many we have. But now we have a dog over here. So, is that Fran? Yeah, let's go this way. All right, there we go. So I know what your inspiration is for being here, but just tell me anyway.
Yeah. No, I would do anything for Sammie's Friends. I will humiliate myself. I'll sweat in a 150-degree costume in 100-degree weather, all for the cause.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You are a very cute dog. I love the costume. Another chicken. Give us your inspiration.
My mom forced me to wear this. That's my inspiration.
I hope she's going to be making you a very nice dinner and something tonight for payment. And one more chicken.
Well, this is my favorite Fran costume. I wore it on Halloween. I'm also a chicken fan, but I'm on the board for Sammie's Friends. And like Fran, I do just about any silly thing out there to help raise awareness for our animals and much needed funds. So here I am.
And we have one cat.
Yes. So Fran talked me into doing this too. But we're here for Sammie's Friends, so everybody please donate and have fun today.
Great.
So I have to say one thing. If you're unable to be here today, you can text Sammie at 53555 to donate. It's super easy.
And we're going to be giving that number out all day so that people can call in and donate money, helping Sammie's Friends with all things that they do with the shelter. So Fran, how's it going out at the shelter? What's our occupancy now? Lots of cats and dogs?
We have a lot of cats and dogs. We have, I think, 97 kittens under foster. And we are always operating at over 100% capacity. So we really need people to adopt and foster.
Great. Yes, that's the other thing too. There's many ways to help at Sammie's. Obviously, one is donating money to help cover the costs of the shelter, which are quite expensive because we are so at capacity there, but also volunteer. There's dog walkers. There's people who get to go and play with the cats, which is one of my most favorite things to do. There's people who get to come and help clean and do some of the other work there. So we are very lucky in this community to have an organization like Sammie's Friends that is so dedicated to saving the animals in our community. I know you've been around for a long time, you've been doing this work for a long time, but give me a couple of challenges that you have right now.
I would say, well, we face so many. I would say lack of funding, because all of our vet bills, our medical expenses, everything has become extremely expensive, as pet owners know. So I think it's really important that we ask the community to support us going forward, because what we're doing is very, very challenging with the high numbers of animals we're having.
I noticed last year, and I think is seeing again this year, because of the cost of spay and neuter now, we're seeing so many more litters of puppies and kittens that are coming into the shelter. So I'm actually working with the county right now. We are going to be starting next year. When I say next year, our fiscal year starts on July 1st. So sometime after July 1st, the county is going to be starting a community spay and neuter program where we're going to do no or low cost spay and neuters for people, not people who have animals that are in the shelter, but for people who have animals that they love and they want to keep, but they just can't afford to spay and neuter them because vet costs have just increased so much, I think, so post-COVID. So I thank you for all the great work that you do. So you're on the board. How's that going?
I love it. I started following Sammie's friends, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. I'm from Southern California and I moved up here about a year and a half ago. And I really wanted to volunteer in a shelter. And I went there one day. It was very sad. And I realized they need a lot of help. So I started volunteering, walking dogs, doing dishes, petting puppies. And then I met Fran, who talked to me several months later about the possibility of coming on, because we're always looking for good people to join our board. And so she gave me a good sales pitch, and I said, okay, I'm in.
Well, if you're willing to dress up as a chicken for the cause, then you are a great board member.
And of course, I adopted a large dog from Sammie.
There you go. Well, and I come across people every single day in the work that I do who have adopted animals from our local shelters, from Sammie's Friends or from the Grass Valley Animal Shelter. And that getting a rescue pet gives you so much joy. I can't even tell you. I have 2 rescue dogs, and they are the light of my life, and I don't know what I would do without them. And I can't tell people enough, you know, if you're missing something in your life and you have the time and the capacity to adopt an animal, please go to the shelters. They're very crowded. You know, we do the best that we can to have them have a comfortable life until they get adopted into their forever home. But we're always looking for adoptive and foster parents too. And I know I can't foster because I would keep them. That's why I don't come to the shelter very often, because every time I do, I want to take a cat home with me. And there's so many cute kittens out there. So Emily,
I'm really struggling with my chicken costume. So sorry.
So from your perspective, are you seeing more people coming in and volunteering and adopting pets right now?
You know, we definitely are. Sorry.
Maybe this chicken costume was not the best idea for Emily, but I'd say she looks really cute. So yeah.
But yes, we are definitely seeing an influx of adopters and fosters, which we really, really appreciate, and we could definitely use more of. Right now, we have 97 kittens in foster. And we are just entering kitten season right now, so we're just going to keep getting more and more. So if you want to foster, if you can't donate, please foster.
Yeah, no, I can't. Again, it is very rewarding. I have 2 cats from Sammie's that one I got as a kitten and one I got as a full-grown cat, and they're also, you know, when you get a dog, I don't know what it is about dogs. They seem to take over the household. Oh, yeah. But one of my cats who I got from Sammie's, Chet, he rules the roost in our house. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Anything else that anybody wants to share about, you know, what you're doing? Your cat. How many cats do you have at home?
I have 2 cats that I adopted. Yeah, great. They're my babies for sure.
I want to say something about the foster program. So we do have a robust foster program, and we have wonderful behaviorist trainers that help us with people who foster or adopt, and are great resources for people who are thinking about fostering or adopting, because they give their time to those people who are taking these animals home for us, whether that be on loan, foster, or adoption. And we also provide the food for those animals that go into foster, so that the people helping us find adoptable homes for these animals don't incur costs for the food. So just something to know.
So when you do fostering, how many people that foster actually end up keeping the animals?
Oh, well, I am the worst at that, as all of my staff knows. I have 4 dogs and 5 cats and a gecko, all from Sammie's Friends.
Well, you're living proof of how it works. Well, great. Thank you all for coming down here and, you know, risk looking silly for a really good cause. And I will say, you all don't look silly. I want to borrow that dog costume for Halloween next year. So we will be right back.